Hello, friends. Hello. Welcome to a live stream with Rachel and Carrie and Intimate Alien. We're going to be talking to her about getting what you want. Actually, you are going to be talking to her. I love her pep talks. I love her reframes. I love how easy she makes it. And that is the way. Ease is easy. So if it's not easy, it's not ease. It's not aligned, right? We want it to be easy. I do anyway. I mean, of course, I love a challenge. Like, I don't only want to go on easy hikes, but putting one foot in front of the other, I mean, that's pretty easy. So I guess I will get her for you. If you are here, say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're from, what you're up to today, what your question is if you have one. Say hi to Intimate Alien. And yeah, Carrie will be running the show.
I know. I'm kind of excited. And I've been feeling the nudge to tell people. So, like, chances are, if there's somebody here who's watching this who knows that this is for them, who the heck is Intimate Alien? Why is Rachel dressed like this? I feel like she needs a bit of an intro, Rachel. So there's someone here who needs to know what the heck is going on. So can you real quick let us know who Intimate Alien is and why she's so wise?
I think that's a fabulous idea. Thank you. I always forget to do that. I always just assume you know who I am and who Intimate Alien is. Well, I'm Rachel Archelaus, and I grew up open to energies and beings and being psychic and extrasensory. And so it's not that weird for me to talk to an alien or to channel something. I can channel anything. Intimate Alien is a part of me that I connect with and let speak through me. She is a non-physical Pleiadian being, and she just finds such joy in talking to us here that she loves to come and talk to us. So she has a higher dimensional experience. She doesn't have money, she doesn't have a body, she doesn't have to eat or house herself. And so her perspective matches our higher selves. And that's really important to know because our higher self is us. If we were to live from the perspective of our higher self, everything would be easy because our higher self creates our physical reality. Get that? Our higher self creates our physical reality. So if we can live more from that perspective, everything's easy. Easy is easy. We can have whatever we want. If we identify more with this part of ourselves, which knows limitation and duality and resistance, it's going to be a lot harder. So Intimate Alien helps get us back into that higher self perspective so that things can be easier and more fun. How's that?
Pretty darn good. So I have missed her. I feel like it's been a minute since we've talked to Intimate Alien. So let's get her and see what she has to say. And Rachel, while you're grabbing Intimate Alien, I will say hello. My name is Carrie Roldan. I am your business BFF, and I join Rachel not only in her business, but on these calls as well. So I'm always happy to be here with you guys.
Oh, we are happy to be back. Hello. We are so happy to be with you today.
Yes, happy to have you. Good to see you again, Intimate Alien. While you had your eyes closed, or Rachel had her eyes closed, I was admiring your eye makeup. Very glamorous today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We are enjoying all of the wonderful expressions you have here, like makeup and hair and clothing.
So right before you got here, I know I actually didn't even write down the topic of get what you want. I see it. How to get what you want. But right before you got here, Rachel was talking how you are a non-physical being that sometimes you
So
pop
are
in.
you?
Yes. But I got the opportunity to talk with you earlier today, and you hopped in and you said Rachel's body feels different. And I feel like my body's feeling different recently, and that it is an indicator that I'm getting what I want. So I'm curious if you want to start there.
Well, if you let yourself have what you want, you will get what you want. So all of you have put in many, many, many orders over the years of wanting different things, right? And some of it has come to fruition. Some of it is in front of you right now, or you are experiencing it in your body right now. Those are the things that you resisted the least, or that you had the most positive expectation for. And lo and behold, there it is. You didn't need to speak it to someone in order for it to come to you. Your higher self got the work done. You did the work of allowing it to get there. Sorry, we were distracted. We thought we saw a creature outside. So whatever you don't have is really what we're here to talk about today, because you are not that amused by what you already have, right? It's said and done. It's there. Okay, move on. What's next, right? What about the things I don't have? And if you can stop feeling like victims because of the things you don't have, you will have them. So we are here today about you getting what you want. And boy, you need to give up some things in order to have that.
So I'll bite. What do we need to give up in order to have what we want?
You need to give up all of the feelings and ideas and momentum that goes along with why you don't have something. All the stories, because I was blah, blah, blah when I was young, or my boss, or my parents, or my friends, or my job, or my health. Humans tend to make stories, which is fabulous. You enjoy your stories, your movies, your shows, your books, your talking to each other, right? Relaying information. It's a beautiful thing that's from here. But if you have a story of why you don't have something, that's an indicator that you've gone a bit too far. You need to ask yourself, do I want the story or do I want what I want? If you want what you want, then instead of telling the story of why you don't have something, either tell the story of why you do have something, or simply don't tell a story at all and feel how it feels to have it.
Okay. So I've recently been doing this, and people who've been following along on the journey or watching us for a long time have probably been experiencing me in quite a bit of resistance for the past, I don't know, month or so. I was going to call you Rachel. Intimate Alien, I know you have pointed out my resistance for quite
You're
some
good
time.
at it, yes.
I am very good at it. So I know the question that resistance wants to ask the question of how, or to say, how do I put down the story and tell a new one when the story is so true?
Well, the story is true because you created it to be true. It wasn't there before the experience. Okay, you just fit some things together that sounded good enough. And that's okay, right? That's okay. Haven't you ever told a story and then someone reminds you that that's not actually how it happened?
Yes.
Right? So, not a big deal. Not a story's schmory, right? Okay, so I have a story, not a big deal. the real thing that is helpful is noticing that you're telling a story, because it's so commonplace for you. You don't even notice. It just is the way it is, and you tell it, and there's momentum there. And so noticing, oh, I'm about to fight for my limitation. I'm about to excuse myself for not having what I want. I'm about to relate to another person that why I don't have what I want, so they understand me better. But they wouldn't anyway, right? So cut all of that out and say, oh, before I do that thing I've always done, how about I do something a little sneaky and feel how I want to feel instead? And you might get a smile on your face, and the person you're talking to might be like, what are they doing? Do you have gas? What's going on your face? Why are you stopping the conversation and smirking like that? But you will finally be on the path of getting what you want. So who cares about being continuous in a conversation? You take your time, you do what you need to do to feel how you want to feel, and you watch your life change.
That got me yawning. So what is the role? So I find it easy to actually, well, I don't know if I find it easy. I've over the years become more and more aware of having the ability to stop the story or to recognize in the moment, like, why I don't want this to be true. Why am I even speaking it out loud? And I've been having a lot of success recently finding what I want, being able to find the feeling of what I want. So I'll just tell you my, hopefully this will be helpful to people who are watching. Sometimes the instruction is feel how you want to feel. And I will try to feel that feeling, but actually experience the absence of it or the gap between how I want to feel and how I'm feeling. So I'll experience some anxiety or like some sort of in between feeling. So what is the thing? The question that I want to ask is just, what is the role of meditation in all of this?
Well, meditation stops momentum. You have that background of anxiety, of negative beliefs, of all kinds of things that aren't serving you, right? So meditation puts an end to it for the time you're meditating, or at least for the time that you are actually embodying your higher self, that higher dimensional energy. So why would you meditate? If you want what you want, if you want an easier time putting in the orders, the vibrations, the instructions of what you want your higher self to deliver to you, if you want that to be a clear process, an easy process, meditation allows you to stop the momentum of what you don't want and start the momentum of what you do want. All the while, your higher self is only vibrating in what you want. So you're only needing to join them. It's not like you are the only train and you are swinging wildly from negative to positive. And so you need to put all of your effort into the positive in order to get anything, right? You get wonderful things all the time. Even when you are in a bad mood, there are still wonderful things happening. You have such a great amount of positive momentum already happening, but your insistence on focusing on what you don't have as humans makes it hard and slow for your higher self to deliver to you the physical bliss that you've been asking for. So give it up and join your higher self and feeling good and feeling positive and knowing that what you want has already been created and is on its way to you. The truck is there. It's on the road. You just need to give it the address to deliver it. And you do that by vibrating as a magnet to it, vibrating in harmony with what you want so it can find you.
I am resonating with that. And I'm looking at Guillaume's comment saying, okay, how do I manifest big desires? Which sort of ties into my question about, so I absolutely 1000%, I hear what you're saying. I'm experiencing what I am experiencing right now is I had some pretty negative momentum, even though I have a positive outlook, right? I had some pretty negative momentum and a lot of fear. And
let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because did you really have a positive outlook if you had a lot of negative momentum and fear?
So, no.
Or did you want to have a positive outlook?
So let's go there, because I would say, yes, I had a positive outlook in that I knew, so maybe I had a long-term positive outlook and short-term panic, right? Like I knew I'm not going to die. Things will work out one way or another. Like, I had like that sort of perspective, but I had a lot of fear in the moment. And I don't remember if it was you or Rachel or someone else I think it was Rachel, who reminded me, well, you just have to decide. You just have to decide. Like I was feeling a lot of uncertainty. So I was like, I've got this positive outlook. I have this like positive idea of the way things can go. And I have a lot of stories around how badly it could also go. And so, I don't know if I answered the question, but I think my short-term outlook was the answer to the question, what if? I was focused more on what if things don't work than I was on what if they do. So I'll say that. Yeah. So why are we talking about this? I forgot.
That's up to you.
Well, I guess it's about Guillaume's question about the big desires. Oh, it's coming back. So I knew, okay, what I need to do, I need to double down on what I know. I need to remind myself to meditate, and I need to make myself do it and not go into a fear spiral. And interestingly enough, Rachel and I have talked about Joe Dispenza meditations and how, like I'm all for meditating and I love a lot of what Joe Dispenza says, but his meditations have always been a little weird to me because he's kind of bossy. And there's like some, like almost like yelling at me. And yet I felt drawn to that. And I was doing it, and it was a little bizarre because I was feeling like this like, it's almost like a Wizard of Oz voice is like, focus, and like telling me, but it was actually helpful for where my vibration was, to have a kind of a stern voice be like, hey man, get it together. Anyhow, all that to be said is I definitely like doubled down on discipline, on meditative discipline. And part of that for me, this is where we're maybe getting into Guillaume's question, has been around focus hard on what you want. Find the feeling, create a mental picture, don't let it go. And so there's some very specific things that I believe that I want. And so my question is, how important is that actually to create that mental picture and revisit that mental picture? Woo! Look at that, balloons.
Oh, wow. Well, the picture is not important at all. Rachel can't even make pictures, and she has damn near all that she wants, right? Always wanting more, but no problem finding the way. So the picture is not important. The grit, the double down is not important. It's the feeling that you already have what you want. And so big desires come the same way little desires come. And if you can allow yourself to feel as if you have everything you want right now, if you can feel that beautiful love and freedom and joy and abundance that you want, if you can feel it right now, then it does not become urgent to attain it, because you have no lack. And therefore, the big things can come just as quickly as the little things, because you are aligned.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's been happening for me is that the doubling down on the discipline and the having the reminder to do it, that is the, like, that determination, that decision, like, dang it, I'm going to have this. That has helped me to find the feeling over and over. Right? And that has been the difference maker. And that the reason I'm bringing it up is because in the past it has caused anxiety to, like, oh, don't lose this feeling. Oh, hold on to the mental picture. Make sure. And what has sort of been showing up for me is, like, you just had to picture it that one time. Like, that's all, just the one idea. That's all you needed. Now just find the feeling.
Yes. Yes, because your picture doesn't ensure that you are vibrating in the way you wish, right? So it has nothing to do with the picture or the vision board or the journaling or any of it, right? Maybe that's helpful for you. Maybe that's enjoyable. That's great, but it's not necessary. What's necessary is that you give the delivery truck the instructions, the directions to you, to magnetize it to you, and you need to match its feeling to do that. Match its feeling. Have what you want right now inside of you. That is the important part. And you can do it. Remember, as a child, remember playing, remember imagining, remember you were a circus performer, and you were in the tent with the animals and you were doing the thing, right? None of that was true, but you could feel it. Feel it now.
Intimate Alien, I don't have anything else. I think that I'll tell you, the shift for me this week has been, one, Rachel telling me to decide, and then saying yes, because I remember telling her, like, I'm doing so great, things are good, like, it's coming to me, everything's working out. And maybe that was what I was perceiving as my, like, positive outlook. And she said, I want to say this to you with all the love. How can you shift from believing it's on its way to knowing it's already here?
She's a smart one, huh?
She really is. But that was so helpful. So even, like, talking about the delivery truck, like, I fully get that. But also recognizing the reason the delivery truck can find me is because I already have it right here.
Yes.
It's like the beacon.
Yes, exactly. That's it, everyone. That's it. That's how you get what you want. You just need to be the beacon, the magnet, the vibrational match. That's how it finds you.
So I think it was you, but it could have been Rachel, who also talked about when something you really, really want. So Guillaume's talking to us big, big, big desires. That thing that he really, really wants. When it's on its way, that you can go into the vortex and have it now.
Yes.
So it's the same thing, but can you describe that process?
Well, that goes into more of the imagining, right? You play with it now, experience it now, imagine it now, right? You have that ability to feel as if it's right on your desk, or you're living in it, or you're wearing it, or you're kissing it, whatever you want it to be.
And so a friend and I were in conversation this week, and I know you have brought it up to me before, the idea of the alter ego. So would that be an example of having it now, living in that alter ego?
Well, it's you, though. It's not how you're used to envisioning yourself, but it doesn't make it alter necessarily, right? But if you want that to be it, then yes. So it's just you living your truth, because vibrationally, everything you've ever wanted has already been created. Your higher self's already experiencing it. So becoming your higher self and experiencing it for yourself is just really embodiment. It's living as your truth, your greater truth. If you want to call that your alter ego, then awesome, right? Do whatever feels fun and playful and good to you.
I'm just going to say it back because I'm 1,000% agreeing with you. And I'm going back to that children playing. When I played pretend as a child, I was never, like if we played house, I was never the kid. I was always the mom, right? Like if we played store, right? I was going to be the owner. I was going to like whatever I was pretending to be was in alignment with who I am. And so I kind of like that idea of if I want to be, if Guillaume wants to be a best-selling author, that he could go and pretend to deliver an interview from his best-selling author self, and maybe have a an outfit that he wears or a pair of glasses or something that he like puts on his pretend that reminds himself of who that is.
Yes, and you know what that's really about? It's just about, again, giving up your current limiting beliefs about yourself and being who you really are.
Yeah.
Yes. Not paying so much attention to your current momentum, which is not what you really want. Jump up. Jump up. Be you.
Anything else?
You know it all. You all know it. It's whether or not you are willing to give yourself the attention, the love, the care that will make this easier for you. As Carrie said from Rachel's advice, decide that you're finally just going to get what you want, and do the meditations, do the self-care, love yourself, tell a new story, vibrate to a match of things you want. Freedom, joy, abundance. It's not about focusing on the physical thing, right? It could be, but that introduces resistance because you don't have the physical thing. Focus on broader ideas, feelings, and you will get it. You already have so many times. You already know how to do this. Just decide, I'm going to allow more this year. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And I'll share for me. Oh, it's already noon, but for me, I needed a reminder to decide to feel worthy of it. I knew I was worthy, but I had a fun little story that was like, but you're really not. And so, like, just deciding to unsubscribe from that story was a good one.
Yes, definitely. Well, we are very appreciative of you. Thank you for coming and watching and being a part of this. We will see you next month, and we hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful time being you and attracting the things that you want. We will see you then. Bye,
Thanks.
everyone.